Episode 2, it says not downloaded, but it is actually in the process of downloading now. So it will download and install. But the last time we left off, Ramses actually killed, what's his name? And what is his name? Ethan. That's his name. Ramses killed him. He stabbed him in the neck and just killed him. So that's where we're going to pick up at. See what happens with that. Now that little man, what's the little man's name? Ryan is now, you know, the king, or, you know, head of the house. And who knows what Garrett is up to, because we haven't seen anything from Garrett. Duncan is pretty much top dog. Like, he's the guy set up in charge of, you know, protecting. He's the sentinel pretty much. He sets up the attacks and things like that. Sir Roland, now I don't like his name, but he's kind of an asshole too, more like a prick. He's the tough, angry, you know, always want to get out there and just battle and kill type of person. He's a pretty laid back, chill guy. The Maester, he's the type of guy that you can go to seek advice from, things like that. Malcolm, he hasn't read, but I'm sure he'll come into play a little later. Jared, they sent him to the wall, but yeah. Talia, she's trying to stay strong and hold things together for her family, but slowly watching things get ripped and torn apart, and she keeps losing people, people around her keeps dying and whatnot, and it's getting to her, but I feel like she's going to be the one to step up and be the tough one and overcome everything. Ethan, he's a pretty laid back, chill kid. Shame he had to die, but yeah. Mira. She went to one of her lifelong, she's a handmaiden for the future queen, and pretty much she went to her future queen and asked for assistance against Ramses, and Ramses pretty much got to her family anyway and did his damage. But she got denied, so yeah. As far as I know, they just started mentioning Asher. He's supposed to be like this I really don't care type of, I want to just get out there and take care of business type of guy, which I guess is okay if that's the type of thing you're into, but I prefer a more subtle approach. Roderick, the most noble of men from his background, even though he died protecting his father, he died, and Garrett was there to witness it, took it back to his family and whatnot, and yeah, it was just a tragedy for their family when they found out he died. She is kind of tough. She's like, that type that you could see holding power, running a kingdom, but on the other hand, she really doesn't make a lot of good decisions based off of the decisions she has made so far, from my opinion anyway. And he was murdered by the White Hills. They straight just killed him. But yeah, we'll get into that in a little bit. I'm going to check the status of the download, and then we can probably start the next episode. "11 minutes left." Yeah, what are we going to do for 11 minutes? How about we pause there, pause all of these. We're going to pause all of those, all of the rest of the episodes right now. We're going to pause those. They can download after. They can download after the second episode, because while we're playing episode 2 and doing what we have to do on episode 2, episodes 3 through 6 can be downloaded. That way it'll give us something to do whilst we wait for the downloads. Now it's saying that the file is 1.494 gigabytes, and what has been downloaded so far is 959.5 megabytes, which is almost close to 1 full gigabyte. So yeah, we're kind of close to where we need to be, and it's saying it's only 11 minutes left before we actually have these add-ons. And they're calling them add-ons. I don't know why they're calling them add-ons when technically they're really actually just additions to the game. Continuations to the game. You guys must forgive me because I am a little under the weather right now, not feeling well, and from time to time you may hear things going on in my background, drinking or eating or talking to people that may come in or whatever from time to time, because I don't live alone and there are other people here, so you may hear them in the background or hear me say something to them or them say something to me, or you may hear me eat, or just little things, part of life that you may just hear from time to time. But it's at 974.4 megabytes, 975. So it's quickly approaching. It's saying 12 minutes now. However, I don't see how that would be 12 minutes when it was just at 11 minutes and it was far greater, way lower than what it is now, as far as like how much space it consumed. Now it's at 980. This broadcast is going to be kind of a long one. I should have just waited until the episode was done downloading, but I figure why not just bring you guys in and let you experience and see what's actually going on. So in the meantime, this is what we'll do. I'm going to go back to the character. You can read up on it for a little bit. It says Lord Forrester was the Lord of Iron Wrath and a bannerman of House Stark. As a youth, you can just read it. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'll leave it here for a little bit, give you time to read it, and then I'll switch to the next one. This way you get a background on all of the characters. I just gave you the updates on what each one of the characters and my personal opinions on the characters that I've encountered in the game thus far. I just gave you, a brief rundown on that and how I feel about everything so far. But you guys can read up on their backgrounds and develop your own opinions based on the decisions and the actions that are being put forth in front of you. And what you're reviewing. Sorry. Like I said, you're going to hear that, and I'm a little under the weather, so you're going to hear a lot of coughing and sneezing and things like that from me. Just bear with it while I get through this. Ow, shit. Damn it. That shit hurt. Okay. Here's the next one. Usher. Now it tells you right there, firstborn son, exiled second son. Now there's obviously a reason he was exiled. Okay, I bet you guys are wondering, before we get back to Mira, let's check on it again and see how long it has. Now it's saying 11 minutes again, but see, it's at 1.121 gigs, and it just dropped down to 10 minutes. So, yeah, now it's at 1.124 gigs. And quickly rising. It has to get to 1.494. I mean, I feel as though it should allow me to start playing it as it's downloading. You know, because as I'm playing it, it'll continue to download, and more than likely it won't catch up. The download will be out in front. Thirdborn son. I didn't even know that about her. Time for another break to see how far everything got. 7 minutes left. And it says 1.307, 1.308. And remember that the goal is 1.494, so we're well on our way. Oh. And now we go ahead and see if we can try and get this thing started a little bit. $55, $54, $53, $52, $51. It's about to be that time, ladies and gentlemen. It's definitely about to be that time. "14 seconds left. I'm starting to resume all the other downloads because once this is done, 8 seconds left, then we can go ahead and have them do their thing in the background while we play episode 2. Pick up from Ethan's death. Alright, I guess it's installed now. Let's go ahead. No. Alright, it's saying please install the episode first. So, go here. I wonder why it didn't install. Alright, let's try this again. Let's close the episode.